You want to hear a weird fact?
Go for it.
So a few days ago, my friend told me um, that our DNA, like 95% of our DNA, is fairly similar to every like living being,
Yeah,
like plant, including plants
Yeah.
and stuff.
that's true.
But the DNA of an octopus is only like 40% similar to ours.
What?
Yeah, so my friend said like that's why people sometimes theorize that octopus are aliens because literally like very small bacteria versus mushrooms versus trees versus wolves versus us, we're 95% DNA similar, and an octopus is only 40% similar.
Whoa, dude, that's wild. But there have to be other animals with a similarity to octopi.
Squids and octopi.
I think it's octopuses. I don't
Okay.
know. Who cares?
Those are the two. Those are the only two cephalopods, and their counterparts like giant squids or the bigger versions or the smaller versions. But essentially, cephalopods are very much
crap.
more mutant than
I had
anything
no
else.
idea.
And he also said something very interesting about how Darwin he like about what is it? Not survival of the fittest, but like there was something he said. I forget. Anyway, like we are plastic to the environment. In other words, we like evolution for animals and ourselves usually is based on the environment. So like the example is always the giraffe. If the giraffe has small necks, they will die, and only the big neck giraffes will survive. So only the ones with the characteristics to survive in their environment, they will survive. That's how we become. That's why how all animals become the way that they are. With squids, on the other hand, or cephalopods, they can adapt on the fly. They don't need to. It's not a matter of the survival of the fittest. Rather, they survive instinctually.
No matter what.
Like for example, the example he gave me was like if a squid loses its like appendage, it can like grow it back.
That's freaky.
So, and it's not really like it's just adapting because like it lost its appendage, so it's just like, oh, I better grow it.
But to be fair, so can other land-faring reptiles, like
But they can only
lizards can grow tails back.
Their tails back, but not their arms and legs. So imagine if you cut your arm off and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I better grow it back, or.
But don't you think that the part of DNA of squid or cephalopods in general that allows them to regrow limbs is just similar to that for us? Like we can heal cuts, for instance.
But we don't grow them back.
That's weird, man. That's.
I might be wrong. Maybe my friend was wrong, but just the idea that like we're more similar to like mushrooms and plants than we are to an octopus
wild. And dude, you see, the crazy thing is that those animals are freakishly smart, man.
Yeah.
Dude, like they're so intelligent. They can get out of like situations and like I mean they have camouflaging abilities as well, see a shark and they're instantly the same color as the rock right behind them. It's like, whoa.
You know what sparked that conversation?
What?
My friend was just like, what if you had to pick an aquatic animal, like you keep your intelligence, you lose your memory, so you don't remember you were a human, but you keep your intelligence. What maritime animal would you be?
Easily an octopus. Dude, they're so smart. They're the smartest animals.
Yeah, that's what
In
they
my
said.
opinion.
That's what they said. I said either a blue whale or a dolphin.
Why?
Because people don't really kill blue whales. So
That's true.
and they live forever or really long time. So
Blue whales, how long do they live?
like apparently one's still alive and he's over 100, 150 years.
No.
So I'm just like, that's pretty cool.
No way.
I want to live.
150 years old?
Or
whale?
something very a blue whale, like really big one. So
Wow.
That's pretty cool. And dolphins, because dolphins are really like aquatic humans.
I don't know, man. I would choose an octopus.
Yeah, they said octopus because their reasoning for octopus is because they have 8 arms and they can just do stuff. That was their reasoning.
Dude, like they can I bet you they could outsmart some humans. Like there are some pretty
but like
unfortunately unintelligent human beings that would probably be outsmarted by an octopus.
it's true.
I would love to see something like that, like in action, like a science experiment where they just try to have like an octopus play chess against a human being or something.
The thing is, like, the octopus is smart, like, from an instinctual standpoint. It's not like it knows anything about anything.
That's true.
But if you were a human who had their intelligence transplanted into an octopus, then
wow,
you'd be pretty.
Well, yeah, that's weird. That's interesting. But I guess to be fair, like human beings are pretty smart and instinctual. From an instinctual.
We're just smart. We've lost all our instinct.
Have we though? Because if I pinched you right now, you'd recoil. You still have that instinct to feel pain and not let it. Like you still have that response where you don't want to feel pain.
Yeah, I wouldn't like shoot you though. Like, I wouldn't shoot my fellow humans for no reason.
Would an octopus do that?
An octopus would shoot 8 people because he could.
Because he's got 8 arms.
It's true.
Or tentacles, or is it arms or tentacles?
It's tentacles.
Yeah.
You uncivilized creep.
Man, I tell you, like, I actually do wonder if
octopuses are.
Could you imagine like whatever meteor that brought life onto Earth
started with 2 things, and that was
instead of 1, and then one of them exploded into basically everything. And the other just exploded into octopuses and squids.
I mean, why not? What is our origin? Fish. Well, obviously we were bacteria first.
Bacteria in the ocean, because the planet was the ocean mostly.
Yeah, from ice melted from all the crystals.
Yeah. So yeah, we were fish, then we were reptiles.
We were fish, and eventually fish adapted to go on land.
And those land animals split into like reptiles and mammals, or like I don't know even how it works.
What was the first like monkey creature, like ape creature? Because they're dinosaurs, which are just their ancestors are chickens apparently. Not ancestors.
I actually looked this up the other day. I forget the name.
I believe chickens are like their ancestors are dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's right. Every bird is related to dinosaurs.
They're all pretty unintimidating.
What, birds?
Yeah. They're not as big anymore.
Well, guess not. I can tell you, I understand why T-Rex like to eat its own kind. It's pretty tasty. Chicken's not that bad, man.
I don't think they ate each other.
Yeah, they did. T-Rex was a carnivore. It ate meat.
Yeah, but not each other. Most carnivores don't eat each other.
I don't know, dude. Okay, so I can tell you that the earliest humans were part of the, I don't know, according to the Smithsonian human family tree, they are the Ardipithecus group.
Alright. And
there's also Australopithecus. And then there's the Homo group. We are Homo sapiens.
No, I get that, but like, what reptile did we
Dude, I don't know.
Come off from? Because I already know that like our homunculi brethren from the distant past, but it's like those guys had to have been not monkeys before. They had to turn into something else.
I'm trying to find it, but I'm not sure.
You probably don't know.
Me?
No, like nobody knows.
It's hard. Okay, so before Ardipithecus came, well, I could say this pronounced in Greek, to be fair, but then it won't make sense to anyone. But it says Sahelanthropus chadensis.
What does it look like?
Well, its skull. Have you ever watched Indiana Jones and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Yeah.
So you know that like crystal skull, how it's shaped a little more
on the back.
Yeah, it's got a longer skull towards the back. So that's kind of how this thing looked.
So we were birds. Eventually.
I don't want to say that.
Which reptile did we descend from?
Well, I don't even know if we descended from reptiles, man.
Well, what, monkeys existed with reptiles? I don't think so.
I don't know. They had to have a common ancestor, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. That common ancestor came out of the sea somehow. So we can just say we were fish.
All right.
That's the end all be all solution. No, because like
Where are my gills?
The thing is, I can't look at this. This doesn't look like anything you would consider as a
that's not a
reptilian
bird
head.
skull.
It's literally like that Kingdom of the Crystal Skull head. It's like the mouth, the front lip is like kind of more like an overbite, and then the skull is reaching back. For anyone that's trying to picture this, like just think of that movie that I said. But it's like weird.
What's it called?
Sahelanthropus chadensis.
Okay, just Google that, viewers.
We'll provide some links in the description too if you want to culture yourselves on our history from 8 million years ago. But I don't know. Well, when the dinosaurs died out, when 60 million years ago?
I don't know. They died from a meteor, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or is that a myth?
No, it's true.
How do we know that?
Yucatan Peninsula has a giant crater in it. That's why.
Well,
it is a peninsula because
of a crater.
Yeah.
But like
a meteor.
The meteor landed in one spot. I assume the dinosaurs were all over the world.
Yeah, but this meteor was literally the size of Long Island, or even bigger.
Then why wasn't all of life extinct?
99% of life was extinct.
Including the fish?
Yeah, of course, dude.
Does that mean the fish had to, like, come back on land again and start over?
Basically.
Really?
That's how life works, man.
So eventually, what you're saying is fish are the dominant species.
That's not what I'm saying. But maybe octopus.
Octopus saved the world
that
day.
Did?
They created.
Dude, you never know, man.
It's true. They know
Could
more.
You imagine?
They more know than what we let them on.